Hi everybody! Welcome back to the Deltarune Let's Play. I'm gonna turn down my voice a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go with it and edit it in post because I don't want to have to cut as much as I did last time. Sorry about that. Legitimately, I didn't realize it would black screen the way it did on OBS, so I won't be clicking off OBS again. So that's my bad. I hope you enjoyed the Nico plush though. I just did it again. Last time, okay. Welcome back to Deltarune. I kind of had a realization that, June 5th is coming real soon. Don't expect me to be at chapter 3 by the time this comes out. Don't expect the series to be at chapter 3 when it comes out. I'll probably be ready to play chapter 3 by June 5th if I think I read this last time. If I is it saying anything different? Okay. Actually, I wonder if we go back here if this happens. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I remember this now. I'll finish the thought after dialogue, I'm sorry. Come to think of it, how did Lancer get up there? I suppose he rode his bike up the side of the cliff? Okay, it's the same stuff. Neat. I completely forgot about that. So, before I get into another dialogue tree, finish the thought. Come on, I can't remember the thought. Whatever, we'll continue. If I remember, I remember. Oh, Chris, it's a training dummy I made. That seems like a great chance to prepare for the enemy. Would you like me to teach you how to fight? Okay, get ready, Chris. For this Let's Play, I think based on the last fight, I'm gonna just do Pacifist because I find Pacifist just more interesting gameplay-wise than just fighting. That's just me. See that heart, Chris? Browsing breaking the fourth wall, he must be evil. Jesus. That's your soul, the culmination of your being. The thing that holds your will, your compassion, and the fate of the world. If it gets hit, you and your friend will lose HP. If everyone's HP reaches 0, we'll lose the battle. So please take care to avoid the enemy's attacks. Ready? Let's try dodging. Great job, Chris. You're a natural. Anyhow, after the enemy attacks, it's our turn, Chris. First, I'll teach you how to fight. Though fighting is unnecessary in this world, there's no harm in a thorough lesson. Let's try fighting. No, I want to act. I'm gonna hug the dummy. You hug the dummy. What, Chris? You'd rather hug it out than fight? You know what? That's fine. We don't need to fight. Okay, next let's try defending. Simply move. I don't know what to call that. And the enemy's attacks will hurt you less. Not only that, but you'll also gather TP. Watch the orange big bar on the left. I'll explain it next. Great job, Chris. Now that you've got a TP, how about spending that TP on one of my spells? If you had him hit the enemy, you'd be tired now. In that case, we use my pacify spell on it. I'll fall asleep and we'll win peacefully. You got it, Rousey. Let's guess pacify. Great, Chris. We would. What? Oh, I can't read the script all the time. Great, Chris. We would have won the battle by now. Now I just have a little more to teach you. Remember when you hugged the dummy by acting on it? Because of that, its name turned yellow. Now by using the spare command, you can win. Chris Burr the dummy. Great job, Chris. That'd be the end of a real battle. I'm really happy that I had the chance to teach you, Chris. Oh, I got 2 gold. I just imagine Chris, like, there's no actual gold in the dummy, so Chris just took whatever money Raze had in his pocket and just yoinked it. Yoinked it. Just like, listen, man, it's a battle. I gotta have money afterwards. Well, that was fun. You're a wonderful student, Chris. And in case you ever need a refresher, I wrote a manual just for you and Susie. Press C to open the menu and use it in your items. You get the manual. What does the manual even look like? You tried to read the manual, but it was so dense and made your head spin. No, that's me trying to press the shift button again. Yeah, I can imagine Chris pocketing, just like stealing Raze's money. Dude, why? We're gonna share the money. It's like I want a battle. What do you want me to do? That's the gameplay mechanic, guys. It's gameplay, because this game is all about breaking the 4th wall. Chris knows about the 4th wall, don't you know? It's my new game theory. It's just a dummy. It's my new epic game theory. I'm going to submit it to the game theorist and get a lot of money off of it. Oh boy. Speaking of, I'll get to that later. Oh my! The great door is opened. No wonder Lancer was able to come through. Chris, once we pass through this door, our adventure will really begin. A journey foretold exactly by the prophecy. But Chris, I believe your choices are important too. It's like it's going against the theme of the game of you don't have choices. Wow! This world is full of all kinds of people, Chris. In the end, how we treat them makes all the difference. So let's try our best to keep without fighting. If we can manage to do that, I believe this tale might have a happy ending. Otherwise, I feel that you may not find the result favorable. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too much to ask? Because I knew you were here the moment I saw you. Let's try our best, alright? Actually, I'm very curious where that theme is gonna go. Because, obviously, the theme, the supposed theme, and the reason I say supposed will come up later. The supposed theme, with the door closed behind you, your adventure will truly begin. The power of adventure shines within you. So that supposed theme, the theme of your choices don't matter, which is meant to directly like go against Undertale's whole theme of your choices do matter. I'm curious if that's like a theme we're gonna break through, like inferring that your choices do matter. Like, I'm just curious because this game is about escapism. It's about the friends you make along the way. Like, legitimately, that's not even a meme. It's about the friends you make in life and how they help you get through shit. We're past the first minute. Enemies ahead, you're gonna... Oh yeah, this is Lancer. Enemies ahead, you're gonna die. That cut out the mic. You're gonna die, slammed Lancer. Oh, hello, Rune. Rune drew near. I'm very curious how they're gonna go about that. Because again, the Snowgrave route, when you finish the Snowgrave route, at the end of the day, it's the same exact ending. It's just that Noelle's all screwed up now because of it. So, I'm super curious how this theme of your choices don't matter versus is going... I wonder how that theme is going to be, like, deconstructed. and messed with. The game, because I'm pretty sure the idea is that you're going to be able to break through that. They're really sure that your choices do matter. But that's my guess. Rooting an attack 6, defense 0. This ambivalent diamond isn't any girl's best friend. That's a fun fact. Face my diamond cutter! That's a very odd fact. Smells like jewelry. I want convince, and then I want to defend again. You told Rudin to quit fighting. It was utterly swayed. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I love the context behind these guys in that they're literally just doing this out of, like, having a job. Like, it has that same Deltarune Undertale feeling where these characters are more than just enemies. In Rudin's case, they're just trying to hold a job. They're just trying to make enough money to get by.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Which I think is really funny. And there's such a cool design too. It's really imaginative. If you're reading this, I guess you're dead. Signed, Lancer. I love Lancer. Lancer is one of my favorite characters in this game, bro. Dude, I said bro like it was a... I hate saying bro like that. Hey, don't read the sign! It's a work in progress! Signed, Lancer. Oh, if it isn't my favorite two people. I said it backwards. That's how you know I'm cool. You guys aren't even in my top 5. Lancer, where's Susie? You mean purple? You mean the purple girl? Oh, you fools! You're too late to stop me. What did you do? It was so simple. She beat me up, so I ran away. That's a bit anticlimactic. So are you just gonna stand there? I thought you would at least run to the right. Why? The purple girl's over there. You know what? That's very fair. And I think that tells me to go down here to get some extra goodies. These types of trees don't contain an item that can heal you. Oh, I love Lancer. Lancer's so funny. Legitimately little kid energy. I just made a D&D character based off Lancer, and I'm already having so much fun. His name is Bunt. He's a little bug. He's just a little guy. I just have basic concept of him right now, but I'll put it up on screen. Yes, he has a big scarf. Yes, it is a one-shot reference. Play one-shot. It's a good game. I'm desperate for other people to like one-shot. These types of trees don't contain an item that can heal you. Whatever you do, don't take the tree and use C to open your menu. You got it? Signed, Lancer. There are 2 objects hanging from the tree. Take one. You got the dark candy. Pressing C. That'd be so funny. If Lancer just like called from the other area, from the room over, it was just like, I told you not to. I'm not gonna use it. Oh yeah, I forgot. It just tells you. Here's 40 HP, a red and black star that tastes like marshmallows. Shimmering shard that's uses on them. Okay. Was just curious. Alright. Susie's to the right. Hey, if you head that way, my troops will thrash you. Is that a threat? I'd prefer to think of it as an invitation. The necklace of Rudins blocks your path. God, speaking of one shot, which I love to death. I've been playing this mod of one shot called OneTale, made by a couple people, but I think the director is specifically Shibe. Go check it out. It's a great mod. It's really good. It's not even done yet. I'm pretty sure they're planning another update to add more stuff to the second half of the game. Which I'm very excited for. I haven't even beat it yet. I made it to the I made it. What is it? Oh, I made it to the first sequence with Metaton, where he has it's the cooking show. And God, that bit after the Undying, I won't spoil it because it's relatively new and it's relatively unknown, so I really want people to check it out. But that moment, that little cutscene after Undyne's little go around with the after attacking you on the dock, that freaked me out. That freaked me out so bad. I wasn't okay for a couple minutes. Should I do the typical Italian voice, or should I actually not? Whatever. Whatever. Mamma mia! I'm a top chef. My latest cake worked me to exhaustion, so I took a little nap. But Eva, a scary noise awoke me up. A beast was hunched on the table, eating the cake like an animal. I spritzed it with water and it hissed and ran off. But my wonderful cake is... Oh, cursed, it sounds like Susie. We must be going the right way. Let's try to keep her out of any more trouble. Mamma mia, Mamma Shiva. You know that beast? Please don't come back. Reminds me of Peppino. Remains of the cake are still smoldering. Take a piece? Yes. The broken cake was added to your cans. Oh yeah, we can get that fixed. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we can get the cake fixed and then bring it back to the guy, and he'll give us like a whole... Oh wait, doesn't it like... Yeah, that does both of them. Yeah, and he'll give us like continuous cakes. I'm making tea later. Would you like any? Yeah, TV. That's what it is. How much money do we have? We have giant. There are 2 objects hanging in the tree. Yep. Actually, I didn't. I figured, check the clock. In order to solve this puzzle, you'll have to hurry. I'm checking it. There we go. There we go. I didn't hug Rousey for the sake of both time, because I've done it before, and it's really cute. Behold, the gates of death. Prepare to get lost, clowns. Silent Lancer. And also, like, it's just... it's some sort of enemy. Looks like they got clobbered. Feeling lost, eh? You must be utterly helpless among these twists and turns. Your sense of direction won't save you now. Silent Lancer. How, Rousey... Chris doesn't really like Rousey all that much. It's based off T theory, which is, not really a theory, because it's just Facts. Basically, in chapter 2, you can get some tea, which each tea is based off different characters. You have Christine, Susie T, Rouse T, and the Well T. And depending on how much a character likes another character, determines the amount of HP healed. For example, Noelle likes Susie a lot, so she gets healed the most with, I think, 140 HP. Chris, whenever they drink, Rouse tea, only get 60 HP. And I want to disclaim, because a lot of people confuse that for Chris hating Rouse. I don't think that's true. Because, Chris didn't get a face at the sky. Like, every character, you can see, actually I showed off here. You open the treasure chest and said was the right ribbon. You put white ribbon in your armors against that WR thing. When a W word is next to an R word, for some reason it messes me up and it makes it harder for me to properly say my R's. The ribbon is armor, Chris. It increases your defense. Why don't you try wearing it in the equip menu? I think it looked great on you. So, like, if you, how much? Okay, they both have the same amount of defense. That's true. It's actually just more beneficial for Raz if they have it, since Rousey's not really an attacker. Crinkling hair ribbon that slightly increases your defense. How's they do it? Although, Chris, you're giving it to me? Aw. Well, does it look pretty? Aw. So, if I do... Hold on, let me see if it... Ah, that's so weird. It's not doing it. No, I wanted to do it. Maybe it doesn't happen yet. But, whenever you equipped an item... the character, where the character boxes are below, they actually have a little message sometimes based on how they feel about, like, taking an item. Let me see if I can... Okay, yeah, I can't do that. Hopefully, I can show it up soon. Oh, wait a minute! Even if you're my enemy, I've got to warn you. That purple beast is roaming, clobbering anyone who dares block her way. You even like fighting. The king left us no choice. Oh, Chris, we need to stop Susie, quick. Hey, why aren't you afraid? That was a completely new voice. that came out of nowhere. Hey, don't look. It's sign's private. Sign laser. Chris only heals 60 HP, and you don't really, obviously, you don't really get any dialogue from them because Chris doesn't talk. But Rouse and Susie reacts to what Chris drinks, and they don't describe Chris as having a face of disgust, like he drank it and is like wanting to spit it out or choking up, trying to get it down. They just drink it. And it's just like, they're questioning if he even tasted anything. So to me, that means Chris doesn't hate Rousey. They just don't know how to feel about Rousey. And I find that really interesting, especially since Rousey is obviously meant to be some sort of allegory or metaphor, whatever you want to call it, for Azrael, you know, Chris's brother. And Chris obviously has a bit of a weird relationship with Azrael right now because Chris's most fondest memories is with Azrael when they were kids. But now Azrael's from college. Asgore and Toriel divorced again because their marriage is never happy in any sort of universe because sure. Yeah. So I'm just curious how that's gonna turn out. I feel like it's gonna culminate into Chris kind of losing it with Rousey. not because they hate Rousey, but because they just Rousey reminds them too much of their brother. But something of the sort. That gets on to like Rousey being an antagonist and evil, and I'll get to that idea. Oh, it's just this way, sign Lancer. I'll get to that idea in a second. After this dialogue. Somehow you survived the maze. But don't count your blessings before they happen. Let's see how you fare against this team. Oh yeah. Actually we didn't check last time. I'm gonna defend. Hathy, attack 7, defense 0. I am a little kiss. I'm glad they don't talk. Hey, why did you guys trash? You're totally outnumbered. You made the team purely of support enemies. Their bullet patterns aren't balanced at all. It's like a dinner made out of 3 glasses of milk. And that's unusual somehow? Implying that he's had a dinner with only 3 glasses of milk. That sounds like a king thing. He just sets up the... Well, King doesn't even take care of Lancer, I'm pretty sure. It's Rose card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Why don't we talk about this after the battle? You know what? I'm just gonna defend again. So it can get... So, for people who don't know, there's a mechanic in this game where the more TP you have at the end of the battle, the more extra money you get. Hathy is whispering a lovely spell. So, if you get max TP, you can get a lot of extra money. I'm making tea later. Would you like any? So, you can get a lot of money this way. And I will say, once you really get that going, see, I've grinded in this game before. It's for money. Good job, Chris. We earned 0 XP and $109. Sweet. How much do I get? You lost, Lancer. You don't get any. Oh. Can I have some of yours? No. Fine. Later, losers. Awesome. Yeah, I find that a really nice mechanic because you will... It's not like... You will have to grind a little bit in this game. Not like a lot. You really only need to grind like a tiny amount. And, Stop. I thought you were running away. Yeah, I finished. But if you want specific armor or weapons, they can actually cost a good bit. So it's good to be able to grind a little bit. So learning how to really manage your TP. Oh yeah, you need Susie for this. Learning how to really manage your TP is very important. So you can get the extra money. But what I was saying before, that kind of goes into the theory of, is Rousey evil, which I have my opinions of. Actually, my first video was gonna be me discuss my first big video, like video essay, because I like video essays, was gonna be about Rousey's evil and why I don't think it's a good theory. And why I don't also think it's not a good choice for Rousey's character. But it kind of felt, it kind of felt weird because I'm not a theory crafter. I don't think I'm smart enough to be a theory crafter. So it just didn't feel right. And I didn't want, again, this whole like, oh, you're misrepresenting Rousey's character or whatever. Or I don't want to get in an argument with people who actually know what they're talking about. To be completely honest, I'm content with not being a super smart theorizer. I just make educated guesses. So I don't think I'm gonna release that video or make it. I wrote the whole script too. I got the whole script done. I may or may not put the script in the description, but we'll see about that. Well, maybe that'll be exclusive in the future, but who knows? We'll see. Alright. Time to do Susie's voice, which I haven't done in a little bit, so this may or may not come out like ass. Open up, you stupid door. Oh, great. See you guys. Susie, we were ever so worried about you. I've never heard anybody say, like, we were ever. Like, that's such an olden way to say that. Just say we were so worried about you. We were ever so worried. I don't understand why. I mean, I get why ever is there. I just don't get it. Like, whatever. How'd you get past those spikes before? Look through them. This door sucks. Aw, don't worry, Susie. It'll open after we solve the puzzle over there. Nice. Tell me when you finish it. Susie, we need you to finish it. Sometimes proceeding will take all three of us. Furthermore, only Chris can see the dark fountain. So if you don't accompany us, you won't make it home. So you're saying I have to stick with you guys? Yep. Let's just get this over with. Yahoo! Susie's back on the team. Cue the fanfare. Susie joined the party. That Susie made that face. Even Susie's just like, what? Who is this guy? Susie follows at a distance such that no one can tell she's associated. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Let me see if it works with her. Okay, Susie. Yeah, see? See, the in the bottom right, Susie goes like, nope, not in first grade anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rousey's doing it now. I don't know why I wasn't doing it before. Do I look cute? Did they say anything if I put it on Chris? No, they don't. I'm gonna put it on Rousey now. Yeah, I think Rousey having it is actually the most like optimal thing to do. Which typically I don't optimize unless if I really know what I'm doing in a certain thing. So, or I've already experienced it before in a game like this. I've played Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 multiple times. I'm fine with optimizing a little bit. Okay. Oh my god, get on it. How do I fail that? God, if I was an Undertale speedrunner, I would be ashamed of myself. Get on it! What? What? Is this not a hard puzzle? Chris, if you need help with the puzzle, feel free to ask me anytime, okay? No! Stop! Oh, I thought it would go! I was gonna talk about Rousey and how I don't think they're evil, but they could become an antagonistic force depending on the scenario or something of the sort. I didn't expect to get the "you're a baby" and puzzles dialogue. You stupid idiot! Don't you know how to do puzzles? This is like the most basic puzzle in the game. Ask me for help because apparently I didn't know. I was raising a literal toddler here. Jesus, what is wrong with me? This is not a hard puzzle. And if you need help from me, You're screwed. This is not a hard puzzle. I think I just need to walk. I think walking is the way to go. Yes, I was walking. I failed that puzzle 3 times. And I got the "man, you suck at this game" dialogue. What's wrong with me? Thank God I'm not a speedrunner. Okay, what I was saying was, oh, Chris, I just realized, never mind, I can't say anything. Oh, Chris, I just realized Susie missed the tutorial. Next battle, we should show her how to act. I think she might really enjoy that. She won't. C-Round attacked violently. You recall Rouser's advice to include Susie in the act. No, I know what happens. I'm not dumb. But I don't think Rouser's gonna be necessarily evil. I think that's... You want to see around about Susie. It seems barely cognizant of what that means. Hey, wait, why the hell are you giving the enemy advice? So we don't accidentally hurt it? Hurting gets the point, you moron. It attacked us, so it dies. Simple, right? But Susie, what if the enemy might be nice? Okay, yeah, there's a word for that. Oh, what is it? Striking first. Oh, you idiot! Got away! Well, that was close, Chris. Maybe I should talk to her. Okay, before I forget the thought. I don't think Rousey's gonna be evil. I think if Rousey was evil, that'd be a very boring character choice. Just to make the really nice, overtly nice and joyful character. And make them evil. I feel like that's a really easy trope to do. And the reason why it worked with Flowey was because Flowey had a whole other thing going on with being, being Azrael. Being Azrael was the true twist, not that Flowey was the villain or whatever. Because that was, that was the first thing in the game. That was like the first reveal of the game. And the first few minutes of the game was about Flowey being evil. But I do think it's possible that Rousey becomes some sort of antagonistic force due to certain circumstances. Like, what if Rousey, once they finish their mission, Rousey may fear that Chris and Susie may never come back to see Rousey again. Chris and Susie, or at least Rousey sees Chris and Susie as their only true friends. In chapter 2, Rousey starts to feel like maybe helping Nightmares isn't all that I have to be, because he doesn't know who he is. So maybe that culminates into something for Rousey becoming some sort of antagonistic force, or basic character development, which I'm very interested in, because Rousey is kind of a one-note character, and he acknowledges that in chapter 2, and is just wondering, what can I do different? Like, who am I really? Which I find really interesting. Anyways. Susie, I suppose you missed what I said earlier. As heroes, we have the power to make a peaceful future. So from now on, let's try to avoid fights, okay? What if we just took it easy on them? If you weaken an enemy, you can use my pacify spell, which can't put exhausted people to sleep. Oh, yeah, you talking, I was already doing that. Well, just think about it. You might have to warn enemies about her, Chris. Hey, kid. You want to buy a tutorial? It's only $50. Yeah, sure. Really? You'll buy it? Right this way, gentlers. I just think where Rousey is going as a character is really interesting, and I'm very, very curious to see how that works in chapter 2. I'm very curious. We're sorry, we're normally puzzle guys, but we've been forced to do tutorials just to make ends meet. The king got power. We fired everyone and replaced all the puzzle makers with him. World's card, Lord of the Puzzles. Be careful. I surely will. National. If you like our tutorials, please throw your money into the hole. You put $1 in the hole. The hole became full. Hole goals. $1 monthly tutorial weekly. $10 weekly tutorial monthly. $100. So stop making tutorials. I won't talk about this. I already know what to do and all that. Susie, the violent tormentor, is now your ally. The power of a mean girl shines within you. Oh my god. This game puts a smile on my face. Oh, it's Sham! God, I love Timmy's art style. It's so cute and so cool at the same time. Welcome, travelers. Do I have anything to sell? Glow shard. Manual. You think I want that? Yeah, I'm just curious how Chris and Rousey's relationship will develop at all, if it does at all, and how that will affect Rousey as a character, as well as how that affects Chris as a character. Like, does Chris start to see Rousey like more as a pain as time goes on, or more as like an actual ally? It's just very curious, because clearly he sees Susie as a good friend. He really likes Susie, or they really like Susie. I'm sorry, again, for some reason, it's hard for me to remember pronouns well. I get pronouns mixed up. Chris is they. I know Chris is they. I just mix it up because my brain sucks. So mind me if I do that. I apologize. They, Chris. Chris clearly likes Susie a lot, based on the tea and based on like Chris actually forces themselves to defend Susie on their own without, you know, control the player in this chapter. So what's Chris's deal with Rousey and how will that affect the future is essentially my thought is that Rousey is possibly going to become some sort of an antagonistic force, or at the very least he's going to be very, very reluctant at some point to stop the Dark Fountains, because he knows once the Dark Fountains stop, he probably won't see Chris and Susie a lot over time. But I feel like Rousey is going to have something going on, and through the antagonistic side, Rousey is actually going to discover like who Rousey is, who he is as a person, rather than just being a help to Lightners. Okay, about yourself. The name's Sean. It's pronounced. The name's Sean. It's pronounced Sean. And this is my little shop. Over the years, I've collected odds and ends. Of course, I've no attachment to any of it. It's just a hobby of mine. Around here, you find ways to pass the time, or go mad like everyone else. Long ago, the Darkness lived in harmony with the Lightness. They were like gods to us, our protectors, our creators, those who gave us purpose. Oh. So Sean must know something about how their world works, or at the very least has a general idea, because the way that, you know, the Darkness work is that you bring items into the Dark World and they become alive. They gain personalities and feelings and whatnot. So either he doesn't really know and he's putting it in a more religious way, like, oh, like, you know, like I created people or whatever. Or he actually does know something and has an idea. That's because, yeah, without the Lightners, they wouldn't have a purpose, because they wouldn't have been created in the first place. And one day, we were all locked away in this prison, and the Lightners never returned. Which is a metaphor for they were put in the closet, and no one came back to the closet. Embittered, the king took up arms and aims to take revenge upon the lightners that left us behind. Of course, even his troops even among his troops, some still distantly hope the lightners will return. Historically, this land was ruled by 4 kings when Cord Castle please. But recently, a strange knight appeared. Knight! Knight! Who's the knight? Who's the knight? Who's the knight? It has to be. It has to be Papyrus. He's the knight. I'm sorry. And 3 of the kings were locked away. The remaining king put him and his strange son into power. This land hasn't seen this much chaos since. Well, you don't need to know about that. It's a little reference. So you are the heroes who are going to seal our fountain. Good luck. It makes no difference to me. Neither light nor dark hold a future for a partner in my condition. I love Sham. I also love this theme. This theme is great. I will buy... I'm not gonna buy weapons. I'll buy 2 amber cards. See you again, or not. Nice. We get some amber cards, which is some extra armor for us. Oh, no. Better than nothing. Leader commands the party with various acts. Lonely Prince, Dark World Being, has no subjects. Level 1 mean girl, won't do anything but fight. Susie, the violent tormentor, is now your ally, blah, blah, blah. I have been thinking about, like, what the future of this game will even look like, you know? It's a low door frame, but for some reason, you can't see through it. I'm so excited for Chapter 3. And it's coming so soon, so I gotta play as much as I can. I gotta get to that point, man. Well, flip my flapjacks. The clowns are back in town. Oh, bad news. Since you last saw me several minutes ago, I've created a brand new fighting team ready to stomp you. Not even the purple girl can stop me now. Are you ready to be? Stop talking. Ho ho ho. What is that? Why are you saying that? Ho ho ho. It's my evil laugh. Scary, right? Sounds like a baby Santa Claus. You mean like in a badass way? Shut up. Uh-oh. You really think you know how to be scary? Well, I... Wrong. Man, wannabe tough guys like you really piss me off. Face it, you wouldn't know scary if it picked you up and bit your face off. What's with her biting faces off? That is like the bully motto, right? They have one big threat, and it gets old over time, and they don't change it for some reason. That's not true. Oh, really? Uh-oh. Then why don't we prove it? We'll start with the part where your face gets bit off. Oh, okay, I get it. Thank you, Purple Girl. What? Thanks. It was kind of you to teach me how to be scary. What an evil laugh. Hey, I wasn't. And now you're going to be thrashed. Merry Christmas! Guess that's kind of an improvement. Horde of jigsaw is blocked away. That hurt my throat a little bit. Ow! I'm also very curious to see where Susie goes as a character, because I love Susie. Susie is one of my favorite characters in this whole game. I'm very, especially in chapter 2. You realize everyone, the enemies, everyone went on guard. Hurting people is cool. Though I will say, this is the gameplay of Deltarune is kind of where it falters a little bit, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm scratching my leg. And the main reason is because I don't, depending on what if you're fighting, you know, you're using everyone's strengths. If you're just acting, Susie doesn't really have a purpose beyond like defending and giving you extra TP or giving an extra, or allowing you to spare an extra enemy. She doesn't really do much for you, so it's just kind of unfortunate. Friend, because like unless it's right now you can't even control Susie, which is fine. You know, that obviously she's meant to be kind of a little mechanic you're supposed to work around. But even when you get to actually control her, she is kind of like, she only really defends if you're just sparing. If you're fighting with her, she's much better, but that's if you're fighting with her. You barely lifted a finger, Anne. Well, if we have to be friends. Again, we're friends now, la la la. Again, I just appreciate how again, I just love how Toby puts so much like charm into every character that's not even an important character. Like Jigsaw's whole thing is that like they're forced to fight for the sake of, again, keeping a job, which is super funny. Oh, look, Chris, another puzzle. Oh no. Let's read the instructions. How the instructions are vandalized. It says those fools will never figure it out now. Ruining instructions, that's definitely against the rules. Then it says P.S. I make my own rules. Okay. Well, that explains that. Why don't we just climb over this spiked fence? Because we'd get impaled and die? Cool. I'll look on that, and you do the puzzle. Try your best, Chris. Man, you kind of don't think about it, that does kind of... Well, actually, don't look at me, Chris. Puzzles are your job. Along with everything else I don't want to do. It should be simple, Chris. Press the button. Just onto the switches with Z. Wait, who the hell is Z? That is funny though, because it does acknowledge that what Rousey is saying is like out of the ordinary. It's not just a tutorial thing. Rousey is saying this and people are reacting to it. Though to be fair, whether or not it's meant to be taken seriously or not is up in the air. That's, though other than the tutorial stuff, I do kind of believe the theory that Rousey does have some sort of knowledge about the player or aspects of the world being a game or whatever. Just because of smaller, more subtle things of... It's really weird. Like how, not just a tutorial, but how like Rousey earlier said something that actually kind of caught my eye. I can't remember it exactly. When I look back through the footage, I'll show it on the thing. But it made me really think about like, man, it doesn't feel like he's Rousey saying this just to Chris. Like, it's very possible that he also just likes Chris, like, a lot, and he just wants to be friends with Chris as well. But I think either way, whether or not Rousey even cares about Chris or not, I think Rousey does have something going on with the player. In terms of, like, either Rousey knows something that we don't, or something's going on with Rousey. Again, I don't think Rousey's evil. I think that'd be really lame. But I do think something is a little up with Rousey. Rousey does have something going on. Great job, Chris. I think we're onto something. Hey, Chris, give up whenever you feel like it. It's all good. I'll prove you wrong, Susan. Watch this. I'm a toddler. I can do toddler puzzles. You can't. Who's the baby now? And then she just punches the shit out of Chris. Oh, you did it. You did it, Chris. Great job. Damn, didn't get to impale myself. Oh well, come on, chumps. Good job, Chris. Man, what happens if we go back? Oh, they just teleport back to me. Interesting. Oh, is up here? Yeah, this is where, yeah, this is the funny little puzzle. I can't remember it. From the bottom, the order of our rooms are in Card Castle. Of course, if you haven't been there, you won't know it. I can't remember it. I cannot remember it. Cannot. Okay, hold on. No. I want to see if we can get it. I want to see. I don't know it, but I want to see if I can get it. I don't know it. I'll speed past that. I'll speed past that. Dang it, I've completely forgot. Various guys appear. Worm. Long live the guy who pays us. I think that may be a different voice than what I. Oh, ow. I did not mean for that to happen. Oh, wait, no. What am I spamming? Halfy, X flatter. For those who don't know, that helps you get Jubble. And yes, I will be doing the secret boss fights in every chapter. For chapter 3 and 4, I may have to look them up, depending on how smart I am. We'll see. Because I can be very dumb sometimes. So yeah, we'll just see whether or not we get to the dark bosses or not. When you step into the light, you'll return to where you were before. Oh yeah, this is this puzzle. Yes, thank God for the run button. That makes it so much easier. I actually really like these guys. I would love, and I'm pretty sure there is, I'd love to see a detailed, like, drawing of what these guys look like a very mechanical look. I'm very curious what these guys would look like. Like, I imagine they'd be like gold. They'd be like, I feel like they'd be like the Reggies from Pokemon, but way like, oh, that'd be actually really cool. I may have to try and draw that. That may be a fun little practice. That'd be really cool. If I've drawn it by the time this video comes out, I'll put it up on screen. But I may have not because I got a lot to do. I got a lot on my plate, which includes doing this. Okay. Actually, check. Actually, no. I got more. Also, like how they're just a security system. You know, that's really cool. Oh, wow. That was close. Whoa. I think the hitbox just ended as I was getting hit by that. Wow. Pondman gazes enigmatic. I guess that's a word. That's to sing a soft and entrancing lullaby. Pondman fell asleep. Susie fell asleep. Enemies became tired. There is one thing I do hope Toby does in Oh yeah, I forgot I continued the theme each time you did it. Anyways, if there's one thing I hope Toby does is that I really do hope he updates the old chapter with updates he makes to chapter 3 and 4's UI and whatnot, because that's one thing that always this thing makes me laugh every time. It's a screwed up guitar trying its best. But like every single chapter, like Toby updated some UI stuff and whatnot in chapter 2, but he didn't update anything in chapter 1. Like there's not a recruit system yet. There's not a there's smaller things that are added that I can't exactly remember off the top of my head. But I really do hope Toby adds that and updates some of the older chapters to like become more unified. I actually have an example, which I'll describe after this sequence. Actually, after the sequence, I may end the episode. So you've begun to cross the Great Board, the halfway point to our castle. Impressive. So, it's a shame you won't make it a step further, cause my guys are about to smash you in the blood. Lots of blood, splooshing blood, very gross and bad. This is a bucket. Dear God, there's more. No. Classic line. Hey, Purple Girl, was that scarier? Why are you asking me? Because you're really cool at being terrifying. I want to be as scary as you. You want to be like me? Yeah. Well, that's stupid. But, the new laugh isn't as awful. I'm saying you turned us into blood is cool. What the hell's up with the bucket, though? It's to put the blood in. Oh. Yeah, I'm not supposed to make a mess. Anyways, thanks for your feedback. My voice cracked. I felt that one. The voice cracking. I mean, it's appropriate for Lancer, I feel, but I hate it. I hate it when the voice cracks. I'm really feeling like scary. No problem, I guess. So, are your guys gonna attack us, or...? Oh, yeah. I was so excited I forgot to bring up any guys. But next time, it'll be the end for it. Hey, I've just been calling you guys clowns. Does your team, like, have an official name or something? Oh, Chris, we should come up with a name. No, we shouldn't. Then it's decided. Everyone put the name of the bucket. Alright, everyone's put in their entries. Blue person, you can choose. Since you look like you don't care. Neat paper, crumple paper, Lancer label paper. I know the crumple paper is meant to be like a curse word, so I know the official name, or at least the one I'm pretty sure is the official name, is the Fun Gang, which I think is Rousey's. It's gonna be like the Clown Gang. Sure, I'll do the Lancer label paper. You take the paper with Lancer written on the outside. You open it up. On the inside, it also says Lancer. Again, the mic's not picking it up, and I'm laughing. I didn't know that. Wow, who did that one? It's really good. Wait, why did you get to choose the name? Hey, didn't Chris did? Yeah, it doesn't matter who may have written it. Regardless, Lancer's going to be absolutely doomed. This name feels weird, actually. I know. Let's just call it the Lancers Fan Club for short. See you later, me. Oh God, I completely forgot about that bit. Oh God. Well, I think that's a good place to end it. End this episode. I've also decided that these episodes are about just gonna be an hour long for the sake of getting this thing done. I'll quickly do this. The power of the Lancer fan club shines within you. Uh, I'm I'm excited to continue this. I'm probably gonna do one more episode, and I gotta eat lunch, and then I gotta go to work. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, comment if you want, and comment different topics, and I may or may not talk about them. Um, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. Also, sorry for like if you hear any squeaking. That's my chair.